Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the survival mode. In today's video, we have two goals, both of which I think are going to be a lot of fun. The first goal is to build the drill. This way we can start getting metal from stone, and ultimately, we can just start destroying stuff, which will be loads of fun, although I think our craft is going to need some serious upgrades in order to have these well placed. I also want the saw blade, but that's going to arrive later. The second goal is to make this, the vacuum pump, which I've already done, but figure out a use for it. Now, I've been looking at things like the large chest, and you can see the connection points on the side, you can see the connection points on the side of the Craftobot, so I assume there's a way of connecting all your storage together, which is going to be a big deal. So I'm essentially just looking at the very, very basics of automation and just making sure all of our storage is done a little bit better. So I think first, we'll actually go with the chest. We need a bit more metal, and we need some more glue, and that's nice and easy to do, honestly, so that's the first thing we'll do. After that, we'll go after the drill. Or maybe the drill first for the metal. Well, one of the two anyway. We need to go back out and collect some more metal. Now, off camera, I've been a little bit busy looking around. I went back to places we've already been, and things respawned, which I'm really happy to see. Enemies everywhere, chests everywhere. It was a lovely thing, but most importantly, I found out what this is. Ember. So we get this from destroying burnt trees, and the starter zone had burnt trees absolutely everywhere. So I have 8 here, and I have like 40 over in the car. So we have loads of that for the time being. So this is also going to be the first video in which I try and brighten up the nighttime. So whenever I'm out completely, I will be trying to brighten it up in editing. Hopefully it will look okay. This is the first video I'm recording where the first video of this series is actually out, so I'm now reading the comments. Yeah, haven't been able to stop playing this over the last few days. Anyway, let's go and find ourselves some more metal. As much as I don't like looking up things all that much, because I like to find things myself, I did end up looking up these things, and apparently they can survive outside of water just fine, and they eat cardboard. I don't fully know why they eat cardboard, but I kind of love that they do. And they're just so cute. I hope they don't despawn. If not, we need a name for this thing. Aww. You just ate 10 cardboard and gave me nothing in return. Other than your adorableness, so it's still worth it. But I want to see if you give me anything from this, so I'm going to keep on making cardboard. Can you make cardboard in the regular crafter by any chance? Yes, you can. Okay, good. There we go, so I'll stack them. You don't seem to wander off, but just in case. Now, you stay there. I need to go and get some metal. Well, the game just lagged out, so I assume this is something important. It's pretty extreme. Regular enemy over there. There's a... Ooh, good, a forest fire. Well, that sounds pretty mean. But I do actually need some more of that ember, so... I think it's forest fire, but it looks pretty dead. What on earth is this? Now, apparently there are bosses in this game, so if I was going to put a boss anywhere... Wow, again, the lag out of nowhere. I would be putting it in here. If I see it, I run. Regular enemy over there. Think I might have just saw an enemy in the corner of my eye. Yeah, I feel like exploring here might be for another day, but let's just destroy the low-end enemies I can see. Oh, you're not a low-end enemy at all. What are you? You know, I am not ready for this. No, I'm not going to risk it. Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to be a coward right now and run away. This place looks amazing, but I feel like this is going to be a proper combat zone rather than just something a bit more lighthearted. Let's go over there where everything's burnt down instead. Yep, definitely burnt down, and it's getting a bit dark, so I'm just going to collect some firewood. Burny tree, meat hammer. And I assume over time these will respawn as well, so we can get some more embers. Well, I can't see a thing, but hopefully you can now see a little bit better. Oh, hello. Got loads of embers, got about 5 stacks of them now, so that's going to last us for quite a while, and it is nice to know there's somewhere a bit closer than the original area where we can get some more. Assuming they do respawn. Is there a way up? Oh, is that an enemy? Yes, it is. Well, he's shown us the way. How kind of him. Ow. Now to try and find their legs. Or arms. Are they arms or legs? Doesn't matter really when we can break them down with our electric potato peeler. That's got a glow stick. I'm gonna test out right now. Waste! That's pretty cool. One more enemy who's just trying to kill a cow. There we go. Lovely, a component part, and somewhere there's going to be an arm. Well, I'll look again in a second, but for now, let's see if this worked. It turns out it's 3 corn per 1 milk for a cow, and yeah, it looks like you can pretty much give one cow unlimited corn. Loads of milk. I'm just surviving off milk still. It is a very weird diet. Now, where on earth is that arm? Too much foliage, tempted to turn it down the graphical settings. So another thing we need to do is automate collecting water, or at least find an easier way to collect water than this, because this is silly. Collect 3, go all the way back, then this can make some bottled water, which we can then use for recipes. It's a bit too tedious, to be honest. Thankfully, you do get the bucket back, I think. Yeah, you did. Good. Okay, now making our drill. We could potentially make 2. No, I think I'll stick with just the 1. Actually, could we even make 2? Maybe we don't have enough metal for that. Well, that's hopefully what the drill's going to help out. Now, if we do need to refine it, I did see a refinery bot. But I thought that's just for logs, isn't it? Yeah, it's just for logs. So I'm hoping is the metal that drops is just going to be in the form of scrap metal or something else. Guess we'll find out as we continue. Ooh, some of these look really cool. Just a thought. Resource collector. Yeah, it's about logs, but could that also collect things like metal? So what I'm thinking is at the moment, what's going to happen is we destroy something, it'll drop metal or stone or however it actually works, and then we're going to have to jump out and collect it ourselves, which seems a little bit silly. I would like an actual harvesting vehicle, a vehicle which does everything for us, but first of all, let's see how big the drill... Oh, that is much bigger than I expected. And it's once again asymmetrical. Okay, well, for now, we're just going to have to deal with that. I wonder what size the other seat is. Where are you? Are you 3? If you're 4... Maybe that's 3. If that's 3, we can make a vehicle and have this in the center. Oh, that's dreadful. Ah. Well, that is a problem, isn't it? How am I even going to control this? Is it going to be on all the time? Yeah, I need some buttons and manual control of this thing, don't I? Okay, so it turns out the drill is 3 wide, so I just went out and got some more cotton so we can have the driver's saddle, which I believe is also 3 wide. Am I correct? Yeah, looks like it. So we can finally have a symmetrical vehicle while we only have 1 drill. I can always add more later. The one problem I'm having is that right now, if I attach this to the main engine, the drill is, when I move back and forth, it will turn on the drill, but then every time I'm moving, it's moving the drill. I don't want that. So, will this work? If I put down a switch, I connect the switch to a secondary engine, that engine to the drill, and then the switch to the driver's seat. Please say this works how I remember. Yep, drill on. Drill off. Takes all to turn off, but yeah, there we go. So you just have a little scrap engine, then that will run the drill. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, so I'm going to be remaking our vehicle. How did you get on top? Down. Down. Stay. You're too adorable, and I'm going to keep you safe and well fed. I literally just fed him some more cardboard, hence why now I have more poop. Glowy poop, but poop nonetheless. I'll make a proper cage for you eventually. So here we are testing out the drill, and I've just seen something fantastic. So, this is how it works. You destroy the stone, it makes smaller pieces of stone, and eventually you get these bars. Sometimes they are metal, sometimes they are not. In fact, more often than not, they're just regular stone. So I've upgraded the vehicle. It's smaller now. Well, naturally, as soon as I start to record, then that happens. It's smaller now, it's faster, it has proper four-wheel drive. Honestly, I really, really like it. So these lovely things will give us 10 regular metal, not scrap metal, the full proper metal, which is so, so good. So we can very quickly start building some more complex things. The first thing I want is suspension. No, the first thing I want is still, I want to do the whole chest thing, see how that works. Then I really want suspension on the vehicle. And I'm fairly certain you could make a rudimentary suspension system without using the suspension blocks. But I kind of just want to test out these suspension blocks themselves. So I think this is just stone, right? Okay, we'll be ignoring that for the future. But yeah, so this is the vehicle now. It's smaller, it's faster, it's much easier to control. And this is with the engine on about a quarter of its max strength. We can make it way stronger, but then it gets way too bouncy. And we simply have a switch connected to the scrap engine, which will activate the drill. Well, it turns out the chest can just attach directly, but it was definitely not a waste building this thing, because I want a better way to collect water, and eventually I want the water cannon before I start doing any more farming. Our food stocks are finally starting to slightly dwindle, so soon I'm going to set up a huge farm, because that way we can also summon in enemy attacks, which I think is going to be really, really interesting. So pop those in there, since one thing of which I've noticed which is weird is if we have this chest attached, this is the large chest, it doesn't count any items we have in our inventory anymore to build stuff, so I always have to put them in there first. Which I certainly found fairly interesting. Now, I wonder if I put another one here, if we can automatically dispense the items, that way I don't have to press collect every time. Essentially, I could have it feeding back into the system pretty easily, I imagine, especially with the items I've already seen. So that is something for the future. Right now, though, what I really want to see is how this works. So the water container, connect it to a vacuum pump that is under water to fill the water container with water. I'm curious to see if we can fill our buckets through that or use the water container to start making just, you know, water. That would be really interesting. And if not, well, we need it for everything else anyway. So still want this just to see how it works. Either way, though, we've already achieved our goals for large chests to set up, and we have our drill buggy. Okay, it's daytime. Let's see then about how this works. So apparently this needs to be underwater. In fact, let's first of all see how these even attach. Ah, I see. It's going to attach there, isn't it? I see an arrow. Aha, okay, so we can also reverse it. So that's exactly what I wanted then. So could we put it so that the... seems like we can't. What I would like is the draining bit to be underneath the water, but everything else to be above the water. That way we don't have to go in the water every single time we use this. What about if we do... No. Something like that. It's a bit on the edge, but let's see if this will work. I mean, that's the bare minimum underwater. Let's see if that even works. So we reverse that, I assume. Put that down. That attaches to that. And on. Oh. It's trying. Oh, it just collects the water like... Oh, that's perfect. Then this was definitely worth building. Nice and simple. Just like me. Also, we really do need the weld tool so we can start connecting things together when we build them separately like that. Because I'm trying to get underneath here. This is very difficult. Yeah, the weld tool is definitely something I need to make very soon. Still, am I look stupid? Well, there we are. So then, if we have another one of these, because these can shoot out items, and then we can maybe attach pipes. Interesting. You can't connect two vehicles together, can you? So, like, let's say this all the way over to this vehicle here. No, okay, so it needs to be one solid thing. But the range seems to be quite insane. I don't quite know how I'm going to do this, but we could have the idea of have a button over here to activate all of this, or somehow automate this so we only have a certain amount of water, then we can pipe it all the way, so I don't need to keep on running back. But saying that, there's so much water we've just grabbed now, I don't think we really care too much about that one little run. And that's going to be enough water for quite some time. That is fantastic. Yeah, we're definitely getting here. We've done loads so far. Probably not all that much usable footage, since it's mostly just been me blankly staring at things, but, you know, it's got results. How do you even make glass, though? Everything keeps on saying we need to make glass. I assume it's one of these. It's a bit difficult to see. Oh, there we go. Glass block. Is that sand? Ah, and sand requires stone. That's stone, right? Okay, so stone and fire makes sense. That makes sense. That's quite easy, actually. We do have some stone somewhere. I'm sure I threw... Oh, in my inventory. Keep on forgetting that we can't see our inventory now once we have the other chest attached. So we can turn that into sand. Then through the sand. We can do that. Okay, let's see if we can make one more chest, though. I'd like to make one more chest. Then after that, we can see if this thing automatically exports. I assume it does. With how it's currently looking, I assume it does, so I just need some more glue. Well, time to get some more clams. I'll be back in a second, buddy. Well then, let's see if it automatically... Yep, it does indeed automatically put it into this chest. So here's a thought then. Could I just attach the piping directly to this? Is this chest not really needed? I might still need the pump, but the idea is we could just route it back around, at least for now. And then we're going to use that piping later on anyway, so... Let's see if that works. So that when I'm making things like sand, for instance, the sand can just go back into the system so I don't have to keep on collecting and moving stuff around. This is the very early days of automation, obviously. We are just scratching the surface here. This is like complete noob stuff. Because I am a noob and I'm still learning. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, okay. So you can also just repeat things by the looks of things. So let's see what happens here. That's on repeat. So it puts it back there again. Okay. Seemingly can't cancel them, though, which is interesting. Unless, I guess, if we remove the item, which I am actually going to do. Can't make it if you don't have the stuff in stock to make it with. Also, if I put stuff in this chest, will it still be able to use it? Okay, good. So, any of the chests, they all count as being attached. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, we have the vacuum pipe now attached. Let's make something cheap just to find out if this works. I'm assuming this won't. And I assume correctly. Okay, yeah, so we are going to need another one of these, which I can make right now. Okay, good. Make me a vacuum pump, make me a new switch. Now, by the looks of things, what we could do is just have these large chests all the way around, all connected as one, but for now, I just want to see if we can do this. I really want to see items moving around a factory. It's just so satisfying to see. Okay, let's say I really want loads of cardboard, which I kind of do to feed my pets. There we go, I just saw it go through. Very quickly. Now, I've used more pipes than I needed to. I could have put this chest here, but I just kind of wanted the full circuit, plus we're going to use these pipes later on as well. There we go. That's going to convert all the wood over time now into cardboard, which I'm going to stop because I don't need that much. I'm sure my pets would disagree, but still. Oh, who's going to get it? Oh, yeah, you did. I wonder if I just drop the item, will they eat it? No, because that would be too easy. No, they're so cute. Yeah, I need to make like a proper pen for them. Okay, I am clearly getting very tired now. I've been playing this for hours at this point, just collecting everything and sorting things out. I think I've learned a lot of the basics today, which is really good because later on that means we can build some really, really fantastic things. But for now, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. So if you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Scrap Mechanic is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And yes, I was just about to call this Nimbatus, because I've been playing that too much as well recently. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Do take care, and goodbye. Next time, I think some exploring is in order, and apparently, there's somewhere where we can trade crops for special items, so farming is really, really necessary. It's time to make our farm and do some battling.